Alright, so this is my 6x8 greenhouse. This greenhouse is 7 years old, and I'm going to show you how I've kept it up. One thing you want to do if you get this Harbor Freight greenhouse is, you can see here, that's caulk. So I caulked all the windows in place. All this is caulk, all the way around every single window. So I put the pins in and caulked every single window. That will actually keep the greenhouse from dissipating heat out, and it'll make it stronger so that when wind blows, the panes won't blow out. Another thing to keep the greenhouse strong is I built this frame inside the greenhouse all the way around. So got a huge base down here, the base, and it works good. It holds everything. Now I cleaned everything out, so we're going to kind of walk you through some different stuff that we have going on, and maybe this will help you if you're trying to heat your greenhouse. You see here I'm scraping off this stuff. This is bubble wrap. So basically I buy sheets of bubble wrap. I cut them out the size of the windows, and then I tape them in place with shipping tape. I do that to every single window in this greenhouse so that over the winter it holds in heat better. I actually take this, which is 6mm plastic that has completely been destroyed by the sun, which usually will last a couple years. It's probably 4 years old. I will drape it over this so it's too thick all the way to the floor, and then I usually set these in between, and then that will absorb heat and kind of keep it in here. Also, we have the 55-gallon drum, which is full of water. That is excellent for heating. One of the main things that I found though is this board. This is from Lowe's. It's like foam board, so it's pretty thick. I might actually put this stuff on this side actually too, because the sun comes up over here, comes up over here, sets over here. So yeah, it goes across. So I'll get enough sun from the top and this side over here. So I'm gonna actually add this over here, because we don't use this thing during the summer, we only use it during the winter. So this thing actually will hold in heat really well with this stuff. This stuff is amazing. So that will help out. Another thing is, if you want to use electrical heat, which usually I try to use as little bit of electrical heat as I can, AC wise. So I ended up buying these, which are Myheats. These are 200 watts a piece, so together they're 400 watts. I didn't want anything that was like 1500. It's ridiculous. You don't need that much heat for a greenhouse this size, as long as it's well insulated. So we insulate the best we can, and then we use these guys, which were great. Bought this, which is a Lux thermostat, and this thermostat, when it hits 45, kicks these guys on. They basically sit like so on a 55-gallon drum sitting in the center of the room, and they just blow heat in the room. This guy's plugged in over here, so it's close to this wall. So when this wall hits 45, it actually is warmer in this general area. It will kick on. Being insulated that well though, it works really good, especially having the water, in here, and the bubble wrap, the 6mm plastic double draped works great. And another thing I actually installed, which most people won't have access to, I actually built this myself. This is a thermal mass heating system. So in big industrial size greenhouses, they do this. They usually do the whole floor, but this one actually goes from about right here, probably over to somewhere over here. It's like this whole section here is a cement pad up under this, and it basically is a large hole in the ground filled with rocks, anything that will hold heat, and it's got a PVC pipe that runs, and it's basically like a gigantic oval with holes drilled in it. So what happens is the fan is running on this system. It pulls in hot air from up here, comes down, gets pushed down, the fan's in there, and it gets pushed down underground, and then heats up that thermal mass up under there. And then at night, that heat dissipates through the floor back up through here, and then it also comes through this. It's a PVC that runs underground, and so that helps out a lot, adding heat back in naturally. So that's basically how I heat the greenhouse and what all I use. And that is 12 volts that runs off of solar. So that battery is charged by a solar panel, and then this charge controller is right there. So everything is in here. And then that is AC that runs the other guys if we need them. So that's pretty much all I do. And this side of the room though stays the best because of these. So I'm gonna add these to this side. But yeah, hopefully that helps somebody. You know, if you wanna buy yourself a small Harbor Freight greenhouse, you have to do a lot of work to these guys to keep them up, but it's definitely well worth it. All right, well, you guys take it easy. Peace.